But Greta Thunberg, you know who she is, the climate activist, he got into a beef with her. Okay, she's a darling of the left. Well, within 2 or 3 days, he gets arrested. Doesn't sound right to me. Again, it might be a coincidence. I don't know. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. And people, we're allowed to express our opinions. This is my belief based upon what I know to this point. Now, let me be clear on this too. Human trafficking is horrible. It's disgusting. It's terrible. It really is. And if there's any truth to the allegation, well, law enforcement will take care of it. But at this point in time, I have a hard time believing it. And I want to tell the people on the left this. If anybody starts accusing him of this before he's found guilty or before the evidence is there to support the allegation, let me ask you this. Are you concerned what's happening on our southern border? Do you understand the human trafficking that's going on down there? Don't take my word for it. Speak to Border Patrol agents in the state of Texas or the state of Arizona or even the state of California. Speak to the Border Patrol agents and they will tell you that human trafficking is out of control. And what is our president doing about it? Nothing. He's trying to open the borders even further. God knows how much human trafficking is going on. Only God knows because we don't. We just know it's at a very high level. That's been reported. We understand that. And the White House knows about it. And so do all the left politicians. They understand it. So before you start screaming at Andrew Tate about an allegation that is yet unproven and nothing has been shown yet to substantiate that, not at the time of my making this video, okay? Talk about our own southern border. And let me ask you this, Epstein, we know there was human trafficking there. Fact. Where's all the details? Why has nothing been released? Why? Because the Clintons are involved? Why? Because, I don't know, I heard that Trump might have been on that airplane too, or might have visited him. I don't know. We do know that there were a lot of politicians, a lot of famous people were involved with Epstein, no doubt. Why haven't we gotten the details about that? That was human trafficking. That's been proven. His girlfriend spoke about it. It's been proven. She's been convicted of it in a way. We're not hearing anything about that, are we? Why not? And let me tell you something, before people start screaming about this, why are we still not knowing what's going on in the Hunter Biden investigation? We know for a fact that there was a huge cover-up there of Hunter Biden for sure, and most likely Joe Biden. And you know what? I think these facts are going to come out in January when Republicans take over the House. If they continue to have a spine, they talk pretty good. Let's see if they implement that. Why? Because we as Americans need to get the truth. We need to know it about Andrew Tate. We need to know it about Hunter Biden. We need to know it about Joe Biden. And we need to know what's going on really on the southern border and why there hasn't been a stop put to this.
Why are these so bad?
If I would have used kayak to book our car, we could have saved on our trip instead of during our trip.
Kayak. Search one and done.
There's something wrong here. Why am I saying this? Now, I'm not a friend of Andrew Tate's. We don't hang out together. We didn't go out to dinner. In that we have communicated because we have some similar ideas about men being men, young men being men, acting like men. So we've spoken about that. And there's some things, again, that I agree with him. But I'm telling you this, I'm a big advocate of innocent until proven guilty. Unfortunately, when people have something against people because they have disagreements in their ideology, okay, they already start to formulate, they already convict people before they see any evidence. And I hope that doesn't happen here in Andrew Tate's case because he has been taken over the coals for things that he said. And you know what? He has an opinion. He has an opinion. And you know what? We can go wild with this. We can say, well, he's influencing young men. Really? Well, so a lot of people are influencing young men. Hollywood are influencing young men. All the violence we see in movies, all the violence we see on television, okay, the violence that we see on the news, that influences, a lot of things influence people. But if you have an opinion that you can't prove is hurting anybody, you know, that's an opinion. And Andrew happens to be very outspoken about it. So I just want to make this very, very clear. At this point in time, based upon what we know, and we don't know a lot, there is an investigation. Andrew has been detained along with his brother Tristan. We don't know at this moment if he's going to be charged or not. So yes, he is innocent at this point in time until we get more facts, more details. And again, even if he is charged, it doesn't mean that he's guilty. He'll go to trial. Law will, the legal system will run its course, and we'll see what happens. But I'm telling you, people, the left has a tendency to do this, man. They jump all over people that disagree with their ideology, with their progressive ideology. And I hope it doesn't happen here, because this young man, and he is a young man, he's 36 years old, has been taken through the coals for giving his opinion. He's very opinionated. But as at this point, there is no proof that he's done anything wrong whatsoever. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm pulling for him because, again, it's very, very hard for me to believe a guy of his stature who's got tremendous amount of money. He's a wealthy guy. He's a good-looking guy. Women would flock to him. I'm sure they are flocking to him. He doesn't need to do anything like this. And the allegation that they're forcing them so that they can make money, by putting this pornography on the internet, that's what I'm reading, that's what I've heard. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And once again, for those of you on the left that might be screaming about him or might be gloating, Greta Thunberg also might be gloating about this, why aren't you not interested in what's happening, or why we don't have any details with Epstein? Why are you not interested in the absolute fact that human trafficking is taking place in great numbers across our southern border, because we have a president who refuses to even visit the southern border, who has fought Title 42. He wants it repealed. He doesn't want it anymore. He wants more immigrants to come in, more human trafficking, more people to get murdered. Ask the Border Patrol agents. People are getting murdered. People that are coming over, they're dying. Several hundred deaths already as a result of this. Didn't happen through the Trump administration. I'm sorry, whether you like Trump or not, these are the facts. So before you start hollering and formulating opinions about Andrew Tate, let's ask the same questions about the southern border, about Hunter Biden. I'm not even getting into the seediness with that guy. Joe Biden, if he was involved with Hunter, seems like he was. We have a laptop to prove it, even though it's been hidden. We're not getting all the facts of that investigation for some reason. Okay? And the left doesn't even want to write about it. They were trying to suppress it. Why? We are entitled to know that. These are people in government. These are people that have an impact on our lives. Andrew Tate doesn't, but he does. Hunter Biden and Joe Biden do. He's the president, and that's the president's son. So, again, before you jump to conclusions with Andrew Tate, let's go across the board and be fair and get all the answers. And we'll see. I'm going to follow up on this because I really am concerned. I really want to see in how they deal with this and how they handle this. So that's it for today. How do I always leave you? Same way, people. Be safe. Cruel world out there at times. Be healthy. You're going to get into the gym now. People ate through the holidays. You're going to go back, work out, get yourself in good shape. Good. We certainly encourage that. Be safe, be healthy. God bless all of you. Yes, I do mean that when I say it. And yes, I'll see you next time.